Thanks for tuning in to another physics lesson with Mr. M. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Coulomb's law to solve for an unknown charge. Our problem for today, a particle with charge 3.7 times 10 to the negative 12th coulombs is placed next to another charge. If the force between the two charges is 5 times 10 to the negative 6 newtons, and the distance between them is 0.001 meters, what is the charge of the second particle? All right, so we're going to be using Coulomb's law. One thing that we can do, because I always like starting with my knowns and my unknowns, one thing that we can do, that we can list, is we know that this lowercase k is known as Coulomb's constant. All right, so even without looking at the problem, I already know my lowercase k is basically rounds up to 9 times 10 to the 9th. It does have some funky units here, newtons times meters squared over Coulomb squared. We don't really care about the units. We just need to know that this lowercase k is 9 times 10 to the 9th. All right, so we have a particle with charge 3.7 times 10 to the negative 12. That's going to be Q1. The force between the two charges, so that's our F. 5 times 10 to the negative 6th, and our distance is 0.001 meters. What we're trying to find here is what is the charge of the second particle. So we are trying to find Q2. Okay, now once we have that, this really becomes a simple, plug in the values and then solve. So we know that our force is 5.0 times 10 to the negative 6. That's going to equal 9 times 10 to the 9th times Q1, 3.7 times 10 to the negative 12th. We don't know what Q2 is. And then the distance here, we do have to square it. Don't forget to square your distance. All right, so now I can start simplifying. This portion is basically a fraction. So I'm going to simplify that in my calculator, and then it can get attached to Q2. All right, so in my calculator, I'm doing 9 times 10 to the 9th times 3.7 times 10 to the negative 12th, and I'm dividing that by 0.001 squared. So 5.0 times 10 to the negative 6 is going to equal 33,300 times Q2. And so now all we need to do is get Q2 by itself. We're going to divide by that 33,300 on both sides. All right, so in my calculator, I'm doing 5.0 times 10 to the negative 6th divided by 33,300. And my final answer comes out to be 1.5 times 10 to the negative 10th coulombs. All right, as always, thanks for tuning in, and I hope this video has helped you solve your own physics problem.